Okay.
Hello, everybody. My name is Uncle Bruce, and I'm today with Juvenal. How are you doing, Juvenal?
Hey, Bruce, I am very fine. Thank you. Hello, everybody.
So today, we're going to have a discussion about drugs. Do you guys like talking about drugs? Okay.
The good drugs.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of good drugs. I mean, they actually are good drugs.
Yeah.
But, it's interesting when you start thinking about drugs, you think of illicit drugs. But today we're talking about drugs that are legal. They are sold through pharmaceutical companies. And actually, we're talking about one pharmaceutical company that has a monopoly on this drug. And that's pretty common for pharmaceutical companies to build a drug, to create a drug, and then they have a patent. And nobody can copy that patent. Okay? You have to use their services, their company, their facilities to buy this product.
Exactly.
And I don't know how long that patent is good for. I don't know how long it lasts. But I think it lasts for a long time. It could be 5, 10, 15. I really don't know. That's another question we should probably look at. But
actually, it's not a long time. I used to work for pharmaceutical companies in the past, doing some HR projects for them.
Okay.
And I worked for Pfizer, Organon, Merck Sharp and Dohme, and other companies. And if I'm not wrong, this patent lasts around 15 or 20 years. The point is...
Actually, I'm doing a research right now. It says 20 years.
Exactly. 20 years. And the point is, for pharmaceutical companies, the point is, the main question is, when we should present or, to go into some institution to claim this patent, because after you do this, the time will begin to count for this time,
Yeah.
So if you present so earlier, you maybe until you launch some product, some factable product, sometimes you can use a long time to do that.
Well, yeah,
and,
in the definition that I found of understanding this information, it did say that it basically is almost 10 years, because the first period of time, the first 10 years, you could say, or around that time, they are going through the process of getting it authorized by the Food and Drug Administration for the United States. And if it's with another country or a group of countries like the European Union, they have their own group. Here in Brazil, we have what is it called? What is the name of the group that authorizes medicines?
Anvisa.
Anvisa. So if Anvisa needs to look at your drugs, your medicine that you created, there's going to be 2 years minimum, probably up to 5, 10 years before they say, okay, this medicine's okay to sell to the public. It takes a long time, a lot of testing, and a lot of processing of information for the scientists to understand, is this medicine okay for the general public to use?
Exactly.
There are experimental drugs too, but their purposes are pretty abstract, and so there's no guarantee they're going to get to the market in 10 years with experimental medicine. But for the medicine that is maybe some alteration from what already exists, is probably fairly easy, but I'd still say it's 2 to 5 years. So that's why they say it's a 20-year patent lock, basically. But even within that 20 years, you're going to probably have 10 years to sell your product and make your money.
Exactly.
So the company invested a lot of money into the research and development, and they need to get that money back. They need to recoup the money. Okay, and so it's a debatable subject, but that's the way the law is set up. 20-year patent on the medications from a pharmaceutical company. I can tell you that in the past, I remember when I was here after about 10 years, maybe 12 years or less actually, I remember there was a drug that was very good against HIV. And it was an American company. I don't remember the name, but Lula was trying to negotiate with this company, saying, listen, our people don't have that money that you're asking for one pill or for a dosage of your medicine. They don't have this money to give you, to give us, to give you. And the government doesn't have that kind of money to spend on each person that has HIV, which at that time, and even now, I'm sure there are a lot of people with HIV. And so Lula said, listen, either you help us out or we're going to make the drug and we don't care about your patent. We'll find out the formula, we'll find it, and we're going to make it ourselves. I remember that, and I said, whoa, that's pretty cool. The president of the country can say, we're not going to authorize you to find, cause us to spend a lot of money because we don't have that money.
Yeah.
But we need the medicine. So give it to us for a good price, we'll pay. But for your price that you want now, this price is not possible for our people, for our country. So I remember that. I said, wow, I like this idea.
Yeah, actually was not in the Lula's government, but in the Fernando Henrique government. And the
I remember
minister,
something with Lula. Maybe it was a different incident.
no,
I don't know.
I remember because the minister of health at that time was José Serra. José Serra was the guy that, bring this idea to our country in terms of generic, how can I say, generic pharmaceutical, generics industry.
Yeah.
So José Serra was the guy that opened the market for generic industries. And he was, the responsible for that, and if I'm not wrong, the company was AstraZeneca, which was half British and half American. I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen with you guys a minute just to show you the article that we were looking at here today is this one here. It's called Novo Nordisk, the maker of Ozempic, is suing spas. No, that's not the article. It's this one here. Sorry. Novo Nordisk is worth more than Denmark's GDP, gross domestic product, thanks to America's Ozempic and Wegovy craze. So this was very interesting to us, and we wanted to bring this to your attention about this pharmaceutical company that has a greater income and value than the country that it exists in. It has more value than Denmark's GDP, the gross domestic product. And so that was crazy. It's like, wow.
A lot.
A lot of money there.
A lot.
In case you're interested, this is the article that we're discussing today. So I just wanted to show that to you. So it was very interesting to read about this and to understand that the company is doing astronomically, as far as economics are concerned. And so it was worth looking at and understanding. I know that Apple and Google are big companies with big revenues, and they're in the upper billions, almost trillions, if they are not trillion. I think Apple is already over $1 trillion in value. When you look at the markets, they say Apple is worth this much, and I think it's over $1 trillion now. Of course, that doesn't equal the United States GDP, but it's a lot of money. $1 trillion.
A lot of money.
That's what Elon Musk is hoping for, is to make the $1 trillion mark, to be the first trillionaire. I don't think he's Yeah, has he? I don't think he's a trillionaire yet. I think he's still a billionaire, multi-billionaire.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure as well.
But there are companies with that value, over $1 trillion. Apple's one. And so this company in Denmark, it's a big thing. I'm sorry, is it Denmark?
Denmark, yeah.
Denmark. Okay. So this company in Denmark is doing astronomically. In the article, it said that there are other companies that affect their country also, like Volkswagen was used as an example. And Volkswagen impacted and still impacts the country of Germany a lot. A lot.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Inside of Volkswagen, they also have Porsche. Okay. They also have Audi. Okay. Those are all associated with Volkswagen. So that's a big industry too. It helps with their industrial industries, in Germany. And so some companies make a lot of impact on the country that they exist in, that they're a part of. And so this is this company that sells pharmaceuticals. But my question to you, Juvenal, is it fair that there should be this monopoly? Or can they sell this patent to other people, other companies, to make a product and make it so it's more what do we call marketable? No, it's more competitive. In the future, it will be, because then the patent is no longer in existence after 20 years, okay? And then other companies can make similar medicines or the same with their name on it, okay? And there was another part of the article that it talked about with this company suing like 4 different companies in the United States, and groups of companies. And I'll share the title with that real quick with you guys. So let me share my screen again real quick. Let's go here.
Yeah, but from my side, Bruce, I think it's a big controversial talk because, if we see from one side, like the side of companies, they invest a lot of money. I know that because I work for them, and I used to follow this kind of business. It's a lot of money, and I used to compare that, like the Formula One sport.
Okay.
Because if you discover something that bring to you a big advantage, you start first of all competitors in the market. That's the point. It's like that, but there is a lot of money in the table.
A lot of money. And why does this company need so much? Okay, show us your balance sheet. Show us how much you invested into making this product. Get your money and get some profit, but you don't need millions and trillions of dollars or reais or euros. Come on. I don't like this part. I don't like this part of the capitalistic society. I don't like it.
Exactly.
There are some people that are millions and billionaires and trillionaires, and the rest of the people in the world suffer because of that, because some people are greedy and want it all for themselves.
Exactly. That's the point. It's like, Elon Musk and other guys that has the monopoly of, technology and other stuff. And pharmaceutical companies is the same. In this case, we are suffering the effects of, in my opinion, 2 big diseases. The first one, obesity, and another one is diabetes.
Yeah, there was. In fact, that's what I was going to talk about. This drug that they created is basically for diabetes. Okay.
Exactly.
Then some people started to see, some scientists started to see, hey, this is going to help you to not get fat because you're not going to want to eat. It's going to help you to lose your weight. So it's a weight loss drug too.
And they are launching the third generation of medicine. because the number one was Saxenda. The second one was Ozempic, and now they are launching the Wegovy, yeah. And this is the third generation. I don't know about the side effects or other stuff like that.
That's what I don't like about the drugs. They're good for something, but they cause other problems. This drug is good for your heart, but it causes your kidneys problems. It's like, nah, I don't want that.
I personally, I started treatment with Saxenda, and after Ozempic, okay, was good for my health because I was in a how can I say, in a bad situation about diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
Was good, but at certain point, I decided to give up. You know, to stop the usage of drugs in my body, and in despite of my doctor was insisting to continue that, but I decided no, for me it's enough. You know,
Dr.
that's
Juvenile,
the point.
Dr. Juvenile.
Exactly.
I'm a doctor too. I listen to the doctors and their prescriptions and all these things, and I do most, but I don't do everything. Because I remember one drug that the endocrinologist, okay, the endocrinologist said you need to take this drug, and I looked in the internet and I saw the side effects. I'm not taking that. No way. And you know what? The doctors receive, not all, but many receive money when they give a prescription with their name for a patient. And then the pharmaceutical company looks at that and says, oh, you got 15 people you prescribe this medicine to, 15 people are buying this medicine. And then the next month, oh, you have 25 people now. Oh, good doctor. We're going to give you a bonus. We're going to give you a free trip to New York City. Okay?
I know that.
Give you a 2-star hotel.
Yeah,
come on,
I know
man.
that.
It's a big racket. A big racket.
And look, the endocrinologists are the pop stars right now. Like you know, the plastic surgeons is the same, because they are handling or you know, treating disease like obesity, and everyone in the rich countries or emergent countries, the majority of population is suffering the effects of obesity in general.
Yeah, obesity is a big problem. Obesity is a big problem, and I don't think I'm considered obese anymore, but I was obese. Now I'm overweight, but I've learned to control it. I've been exercising, and that's helped. But I am on medication now. I'm taking some medicine. Let me see if I can get this medicine here. You can see. Glyphage.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, this is my candy. And I'm also taking another one. This is another one I'm taking.
Yeah, I know
For Shiga, huh?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm taking these drugs. And I've never tried this drug here that these people are using, but it sounds like a good drug. But I think it's expensive now. In fact, they were on a shortage. They didn't have enough drugs to go around because people are saying, I want, because I want to control my weight.
Ozempic, if I'm not wrong, costs around almost 1,000 reais.
1,000 reais?
A month. 1,000 reais a month. In average, you know. So it's a lot of money.
It is.
It's a lot of money.
A lot.
So yeah.
So this is an interesting topic to talk about and to understand the supply and demand. Okay, when Denmark's company said, "Oh, we don't have enough drugs," then people are saying, "Okay, I'll pay you more. Make more for me. I want to pay more." So it's supply and demand. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
Exactly, and the other stuff that I was reading is about the American or the United States society that maybe is the #1 country around the world that is obsessed with these drugs. So the population is consuming more and more and more this kind of drug to treating this disease, you know. But I think the main problem is the bad habits about eating food.
Yes, yes, for
You
sure.
know, that's the point.
We need to control what goes in our mouth.
Yeah.
Yes. And so right now I do a test with the little thing. I prick my finger and it gives me a little spot of blood, and I have a device that measures my blood sugar, and I use it. I use it every day. And so today I'm trying to see how my blood is affected by my exercising and by my eating of foods. Okay. I'm not eating a bunch of chocolate or something like that. I'm eating the regular foods, and I'm seeing that exercising in the consumption of protein are good things. Eating protein with our carbohydrates is very, very good. Okay, because I had egg with toast. You know, one piece of toast and one egg, and my blood sugar went down. Because this morning it was a little bit high, it was 130. This morning it was 130. And then I had breakfast. I had oatmeal with raisins and nuts and some almond milk, you know, the milk made with almonds. And my blood sugar went up to 163. And so I did my exercises. And then I had my lunch of egg and toast. And 2 hours later, my number was 112. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Interesting.
So 112 is a good number. And that's with no medicines today, no medicines. So I understand how the blood goes up and down, okay? And I want to understand, you know, if I eat like I normally eat, like today with no medicine, and my blood goes up, then it goes down because I eat something good, okay? Egg and toast. And then for dinner, I had some chili. I made some chili.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see how that. I had chili and then some crackers and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. I like Parmesan cheese. So I'm going to see how this consumption of these foods affects my blood after a couple of hours. So I'm trying to understand what I can do to make my life better, to not use drugs if I can help it, because this drug manufacturer is making a lot of money. A lot of money. Man, oh man. Yeah. Americans, they love to take drugs. They like to take the legal drugs and the illegal drugs. Okay. I know that in many states right now in the United States, marijuana is totally legal. Totally legal. You can smoke marijuana all you want. So in Brazil, it doesn't exist yet. I anticipate in the future, 5-7 years down the road, we're going to legalize marijuana in Brazil. But it's going to take a lot. It took a lot in the United States, a lot of working with the government, with education of the people, because I know myself, I've smoked marijuana, and I can tell you marijuana is not anything worse than alcohol, like beer, wine. It's not. It's not. Of course, there's the smoking going into your lungs. That's not good. Just like with cigarettes, cigars, pipes. Okay.
Yes.
If you smoke tobacco, it's not good for your lungs either. If you do it in moderation, it's probably okay. But most people don't do moderation. They smoke many cigarettes, like 2 packs of cigarettes a day. And my dad was like this. I hated it. Oh, it was terrible. And so I remember that a lot of people smoke marijuana more than they should. Okay. I have a friend, he smokes marijuana all day long. And I think he'll probably die after a short time. But, you know, this is the way it is for some people. And the people want to use these drugs that are legal to help with their weight problems, because they have obesity problems, they have weight problems. And this drug, Ozempic, seems to be a good drug for this purpose. So it was not only for diabetes that it has a purpose. It also has a purpose to help people to control their diet, to control their food intake. Because I guess it curbs, it causes you to reduce your food intake. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Exactly.
But there are some things that are just not good for us, like aspartame. Like with the sweetener, artificial
Yeah.
sweetener, not good. When they first came out with the FDA said it's cancerous, but if you only have this much, it's okay. Okay? Only this much. But most people take this much.
Mhm.
They take the bottle and they into their coffee with the aspartame. What is it? Different brands. I don't want to say the brands, and it's up to people to figure that out.
Yeah, but it's aspartames
Yeah.
and stevia. That is
Well, stevia is
it's-
natural. Stevia is okay, but the
Yeah.
taste is different than sugar. And the sweetener, the artificial sweetener, is different than sugar too, but it's closer to the taste of sugar, I guess, and people like it. But when they first came out, the Food and Drug Administration in the United States said, up to this point, it's okay on a daily basis. If you have more than this, it could be cancerous. And most people
Mhm.
go more than this. They go all the way up every day.
Exactly.
So, this idea that people can control their habits of intake of something that's potentially dangerous, it's not good. Just like these medicines now, they're getting a prescription from the doctor, and the doctor's saying, okay, yeah, you can buy this drug. And then they go to buy the drug, and it's not cheap now because the demand has it very expensive. So
Exactly.
Brazil, you say it's $1,000 a month? That's a lot of money. To me, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. And that's the amount that I was, spent a month, and plus the cost of the how can I say, the medical consultation,
Mhm.
the medical consultation, and in other medicines as well, medicines for cholesterol and diabetes and other stuff. So, man, imagine in total almost 1,800. That's
Well,
the point.
I'm looking at this drug right now at Drogazil. I'll share my screen with you real quick here. Let me see. Go right here, and here. Okay, 774 reais on discount, 20% discount, man.
Mm-hmm.
And how many do you get? 6. This is by needles injection.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not taking that. I don't like needles, man. No way. No way. I mean,
Yeah.
I might as well be using insulin. No way. I'm not doing the drugs. You took it like this?
Yes, I did it, and I had to apply by myself. So, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
I always have the image of people using heroin when they use a needle. That's just a bad image I have. So yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Nothing. Yeah, so it's expensive in Brazil, huh?
Exactly. And as I said, obesity and diabetes is maybe the diseases of the century.
Yeah.
So
it seems like it.
Yeah, there is a huge market for pharmaceutical companies.
Yes, for sure. And so did they share the wealth when you were working at this pharmaceutical company? Did you get a big bonus?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
No.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Badly not.
The company makes a lot of money, but they don't share it with the workers. What's the deal, dude? I don't like this idea.
Yeah. Maybe because I just a simple consultant,
Well, listen, guys, it was very nice to have you with us today. We appreciate you joining us. It's always good to have these discussions and talk about things, playing around a little bit, but still having some fun with some ideas that are interesting for everybody. So we just want to tell you that we hope that you come back again for our next session. It was very nice to have this discussion with you, Juvenal.
Okay, Bruce, was a big pleasure as usual. So bye-bye, everybody. Have a good week.
See you guys later. Uncle Bruce out.
Take care.